Lake County, Napa Valley's northern neighbor, is producing some serious top quality wines. Allow us to introduce you to one such winemaker with Beaver Creek Vineyards. So everyone has a reason why they jump into winemaking. Tell me, what is it that got you started with winemaking?
It just came to me somehow, you know. It's like the karmic life. I always wanted to do, when I came to United States, I wanted to do my own business, create something, some kind of creation, and I started working as a server in San Francisco, and they made me to learn about winemaking knowledge, and more and more I was interested, you know, reading books about, you know, the farming aspects and the winemaking aspects, and actually the first idea was opening wine bar in San Francisco, and then we were buying these cooled wines and then going to Napa and Sonoma and buying these wines and then visiting these vineyards, and then we actually got the idea to, you know, start fermenting wine and making the wine. I mean, it is wonderful, but it's also a lot of labor and a lot of, you know, weekends and
Right.
But it's labor of love, and it's just wonderful working between, you know, with plants, and we have animals, sheep to fertilize, and, you know, all the customers, so I mean all the earth, and it's just pretty amazing that way, that it's a global, you know, occupation, put it this way, a profession, right?
You are very focused on biodynamic vineyard practices and essentially allowing life inside your vineyard. Can you explain more what biodynamic vineyard management is?
So it actually starts with like the lifestyle. I always wanted to drink healthy and, you know, clean wines, and that kind of, you know, if you make your wine, you drink most of the time your wine. So you know, I eat organically, so I exercise, I meditate, and that's all. It's all the lifestyle which comes from the idea, you know, treating the earth with respect, without poisoning the land, and as well as my customers, and as well as myself. So it actually goes all ways.
So very much in the vineyards, it's a holistic approach in terms of allowing other organisms to thrive in the soil, to allow natural, you know, weed care through sheep and other animals, correct?
Yeah, it's basically it's a stewardship of land. So you kind of gotta listen and maybe go and meditate, or at least listen in the vineyard what the land, the earth is actually able to talk to. I'm not completely that far that I would hear everything, but the management, you know, of the energy of the land, it's definitely the start, and, you know, basically you bringing back the balance and harmony of all the creatures. So you wanna see all the life being, you know, thriving and happy, right?
And then tell me about, how do you now translate that once you harvest the grapes and you bring them in? What's your winemaking philosophy, and what are kind of some of the techniques that you use to allow this land to speak for itself?
This is more authentic and original way how to create wine, where the yeast actually occur on the skin of the grapes, and then we let them evolve, let the native yeast, you know, do their wonder basically that particular year. And I think that's why we have vintages, because every year the patterns of the weather are different, and they get showcased in those yeast, right? And they really do that job.
And I noticed you have some crystals kind of placed all around. Can you explain more about their presence and what they mean here?
I believe they're healing creatures, they're healing beings, and they you know, I put them little crystals in the wines, in the barrels, like the reserve, you know, it has 4 years, you know, little piece of amethyst inside of the barrel.
Really?
So it actually enhanced the wine in, you know, healthiness, geometry, longevity of the wine or aging, and I really believe in consciousness, so I'm really believing that I create conscious wine.
You can really sense Martin's passion for creating high-quality wine through principled winemaking practices, and the proof is in the glass. Thank you for your support.